Hello, little ones. Welcome to Storytime with me, ZOZA. Are you all tucked in and ready for an adventure? Tonight I have a very special story just for you, called Little Red Riding Hood and the Sneezing Wolf. Once upon a time, in a tiny red-roofed cottage by the woods, lived a little girl named Ruby. But everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a bright red cape with a hood sewn by her grandma. One sunny morning, Ruby's mother called her into the kitchen. "Grandma has a cold," Mama said. "She's sneezing and sniffling and needs some warm soup, sweet muffins, and extra hugs. Will you take this basket to her?" Ruby clapped her hands. "Yes, I love visiting Grandma." Mama handed her the basket, kissed her forehead, and said, "Stay on the path. Don't talk to strangers. And if you hear a sneeze, duck." Ruby giggled and skipped into the woods, red cape fluttering behind her. As Ruby walked along the flowery path, she hummed a happy tune. La la la, soup and hugs for Grandma. Suddenly, achoo! A sneeze so loud it made the trees shake and birds fly out of the branches. Ruby jumped. "Bless you," she called, turning toward the sound. From behind a bush appeared a big, furry creature with a very long nose, red eyes, and a sad expression. It was a wolf, but not a scary, growly, hungry wolf. Nope. This wolf had a runny nose, a blanket wrapped around his shoulders, and tissue stuck to his paw. "Oh no," groaned the wolf. "I caught a terrible cold." Ruby tilted her head. "You look like you need a nap." "And some soup," sniffled the wolf. Now Ruby had been taught not to talk to strangers. But this wolf looked really sick. "Are you going to try to eat me?" she asked. The wolf's eyes went wide. "Eat you? I can't even chew right now. My teeth hurt. My throat is sore. I just want a nap, and maybe a hot cup of tea." Ruby sat on a log and thought, "Well, I do have soup in my basket, and muffins too. I'm taking them to Grandma, but maybe I can share just a little." The wolf's ears perked up. "You would do that? Even for a sneezy stranger like me?" "Only if you promise to be nice," Ruby said, opening the basket. She gave the wolf a little cup of soup, one muffin, and a warm napkin. The wolf took a sip, sighed happily, and sniffled. "This is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me." Ruby smiled. "What's your name anyway?" "Walter," said the wolf. "Walter the not-so-big, very sneezy wolf." Ruby giggled. After a few minutes, Walter said, "Hey Ruby, I have an idea. What if I run ahead and tell your grandma you're coming? I can make her laugh. Laughter is good medicine, right?" Ruby frowned. I don't know. You still are a wolf." Walter held up his paws. "I promise, no tricks, no chomping, just sneezing." Ruby thought about it. "Okay, but be polite and don't eat the blankets." Walter nodded, and off he trotted, with a little sniffle. Grandma was lying in bed, sipping tea and knitting fuzzy socks when she heard, "Achoo!" She sat up. "Bless me, who's there?" The door creaked open, and in stepped a very sneezy, sniffling wolf wearing a little red scarf Ruby had given him. "Don't be afraid," Walter said quickly. "I'm not here to gobble you. I'm here because your granddaughter is the kindest person ever." Grandma blinked. "Well, that's a new one." They both laughed and coughed and laughed again. When Ruby arrived at Grandma's house, she opened the door carefully. "Grandma?" "In here, sweetie," called Grandma. Ruby stepped in and saw Walter wrapped in a quilt, holding a cup of tea and chatting with Grandma like old friends. "He told me all about your kindness," said Grandma with a twinkle. Ruby smiled. "I guess sneezing can bring people together." They all shared soup and muffins, and Grandma gave Walter some extra tissues and a tiny pillow for his paws. A few days later, Walter felt much better. His sneezes were gone and his smile was big. He returned to the forest with a new plan. No more scaring people, just helping. He became the forest's very first helpful wolf. He helped squirrels build tree houses. He delivered mail for the birds. He even organized a forest soup festival. And every weekend, he visited Grandma with a new batch of tissues, just in case. The moral of the story: sometimes kindness can change a heart. Even a sneezy wolf can become a wonderful friend. Good night, little ones. And remember, if you love this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to hear more wonderful tales from ZOZA. Hit that bell so you never miss a bedtime adventure. Sweet dreams. It's time to snuggle in, sleepyhead. Pull your blanket up just right and get ready for a magical journey to dreamland. Close your eyes gently, like they're tired little butterflies resting their wings. Take a big, slow breath in and let it out like you're blowing bubbles. One more breath, nice and easy. Perfect. You're already doing great. Now let's help your body get super relaxed and ready for dream time. Imagine your toes are little marshmallows and they're melting into your bed, warm and squishy and soft. Then your feet, ankles, and legs all get cozy too, like they're wrapped in fuzzy socks that go all the way up to your knees. Your tummy is calm and still, like a sleepy kitten curled up in a ball. Your shoulders drop down like they're saying, "Ah, that feels better." Your arms are loose noodles now, floppy and relaxed, and your hands don't need to do anything. Just rest. Your neck is soft, your jaw is smooth, and even your eyebrows decide to stop working for the night. Your whole face is peaceful. You are the picture of calm. Now guess what? There's a magic door floating right in front of you. It's glowing gently in your favorite color. Maybe blue like the sky or purple like galaxy ice cream. When you step through the door, you find yourself standing in the most beautiful meadow you've ever seen. The grass is soft and tickly under your feet, and little glowing flowers are swaying in the breeze like they're dancing. The air smells like bubble gum and warm cookies. You hear birds singing bedtime songs just for you. So soft and sweet. As you walk through the meadow, you hear a tiny giggle. You look around and see your dream friend waiting for you. Maybe it's a fluffy bunny wearing a bow tie, or a tiny fox with glasses, or even a sparkly unicorn who loves high fives. Your friend waves and gives you a hug, just the right kind of hug. Together, you walk past glowing mushrooms and twinkling fireflies who spell your name in the air with light. You come to a little stream that sparkles like it's filled with stars. When you dip your toes in, the water giggles and makes your whole body feel warm and sleepy. Nearby, there's a cozy patch of grass under a big, puffy tree that's shaped like a giant cotton candy cloud. You and your friend lie down together looking up at the sky. The clouds are drifting by slowly, and they're shaped like all your favorite things: dinosaurs, pancakes, rocket ships, smiling faces. Every cloud carries away a little worry or thought. There goes one with, "I forgot my library book." Poof, it floats away. Another one takes, "What if tomorrow is hard?" And whoosh, it's gone too. You don't need those right now. You're here in your safe place, where nothing bad can find you. As you lie there, a warm glow fills your chest. It feels like a gentle nightlight inside your heart, pulsing with kindness and calm. You hear soft words float into your ears like a lullaby made of stars. They say, You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. You are so, so special. The glow spreads from your heart all the way to your fingertips and down to your toes. Your whole body feels like it's made of starlight and soft pillows. Now it's time to float even deeper. Imagine your bed turning into a big fluffy cloud. It lifts you up slowly, higher, higher, like you're flying through the sky in your very own dream balloon. The stars wink at you. The moon gives you a sleepy smile. Your cloud is taking you somewhere wonderful, somewhere filled with magical dreams. Maybe you'll visit a jelly bean jungle or ride a giraffe through a cotton candy canyon. Or maybe your dreams will be quiet and cozy, like reading books with a dragon who wears pajamas. You don't have to choose now. Your dreams will find you all on their own. All you have to do is rest. Your breath is slow and steady, like waves on the shore. Your body is soft and still, like a teddy bear that's already asleep. You are wrapped in the quietest, calmest blanket of peace. You're already halfway into dreamland, and I'll stay here with you just a little longer, while you drift even deeper. There's no rush. Just feel how safe you are. Nothing can bother you here. The stars are watching over you. The moon is standing guard, and your heart knows that you're loved more than all the stars in the sky. Sleep is calling now. It's whispering your name like a lullaby. So go ahead, let go, dream big. You're ready. Sweet dreams, my little friend. Good night.